What's up? So I guess my brain is put together enough to try to put together some kind of a summary of this of my adventure. So I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible, but it was a lot to cover, you know. So we'll just jump into it, I guess. I like first of all, I think I want to shout out like the Snowdrop organization. Like they put on a race like no other race. It's absolutely incredible, and the reason behind the race is like super beautiful. It's 55 hours because of the surgery for this girl named Chelsea, and it was two surgeons went 27 hours straight doing surgery on her, and then they put one more hour for Chelsea to make it 55 hours. And and that's the reason behind it. And what they do is they raise money for scholarships for kids with cancer, and it's a freaking beautiful thing what they do and how they do it. And it's I would say, but please, if you have a little extra money, jump on there and donate to this organization, man. It's or if I can I can help with that. It's man, this thing is beautiful. You just can't help but cry when you're out there. And next, I gotta thank Josh Champ, man. Like, dude, I wouldn't first of all know about this race if it weren't for him. We met at a Spartan race, my very first Spartan race, and I didn't know what I was doing at all. And he's the first guy that happened to be walking by, and I'm like, hey, bro, can you help me, man? I'm so lost. And we've been friends ever since. He's so sweet, and he's just the biggest heart of just anybody I've ever met, man. Just a solid, salt of the earth human, and I truly love him. And he introduced me to this race, and he's running. He has so many connections to this thing, and I don't. And so next time I do it, I'm gonna do it way different on that front. But he's just a powerful human, man, and he's flawed. It's like all of us, and he has insecurities, and he's has imposter syndrome just like the rest of us, you know. And it's beautiful to see because he's like, oh, he's freaking human, you know. Yeah, we're all human. Shit. His wife Ashley, his daughter Elena, they came in clutch, you know, so much with some meals and cheering us on and just support and love and telling you're crushing it. I just it's so much love, you know. Calvin, dude was like cheering he was like the cheerleader of the whole race. Like every time he passed by, he's everybody's name. He's got a little slogan for everybody. It was just a hype man for the entire race, and it honestly made it so much easier for everybody who was truly suffering out there, man. Everybody was just freaking suffering. And then of course Braden, my little buddy that's been working out with me for a couple of years, he's this kid's so badass, man, and I got to expose him to this race. And he even said at the end, I said, "What do you think, man?" It's like, "When you gonna run it?" He goes, "I don't know, man. Maybe in the next one." And I said, "Hell yeah, let's go, dude." So I'm gonna take the next time I do it, he'll be 17. So it'll be badass, man, just to see what this kid can do, you know. And he wants to go do it, and I think that's beautiful. And he came out and he helped me out so much. I couldn't have, between him and Bree, who is the next person I was going to shout out, without the two of them, and Calvin helped out so much too. So it was like a three-way effort, I guess, keeping me with my fresh shoes and socks and meals and hydrated and everything, and making sure I'm resting when I'm, you know, all the stuff, man. It was a group effort. I could not have done what I did had it not been for all these people. It was a group thing. So without them, there's nothing. I don't accomplish what I accomplished, you know. And so I'm very grateful for them all being there so we could all do this together. So yeah, shit, I'm already 4 minutes in. So let's get into it, man. So here, I had to work Monday morning. So you know, I get to work around 5 a.m. and go to work. I try to get out a little bit early, and I did. I got home, packed up my truck. We drove out. I picked up the kid. We drove out to Houston. I don't remember what time we got there. It was like 4:30 maybe, and got a camp all set up. And so the plan was go to sleep early, rest all night, get up early, get fresh, get on it. Let's go. So go to sleep. It's cold as shit. It's like I think it got down to like 38 degrees or something. 40 degrees, and the humidity out there sucks. So it was brutal, and couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep a freaking week, man. I just laid there all night, tossing and turning. It was so uncomfortable. The ground was so freaking hard, and I couldn't just toss and turn all night. And so when I woke up, I was like, my watch said I was laying there for 7 hours, but I only logged like 3 hours and 33 minutes of sleep. So, and it says like 30% recovered, and I go, oh fuck, well this is not the best way to start a 2 day race, you know. So I was like, all right, well, here we are. So we start the race, we take off, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm holding my pace. I'm 12, 13 minute miles, keeping it really slow, and I'm stopping and walking periodically. I'm gonna eat. I know it's a long thing, so I'm trying to keep my strategy so I don't freaking wreck myself the first day, and I have more to give in the second day. And so I'm keeping this going, and I get about 20 miles in, and at some point I guess I had a fart I shouldn't have freaking trusted, and I discovered it, and I was like, fuck, how long has this been like this for? And it was around mile 20, I guess, and my stomach was starting to feel like shit. So of course the first part of the thing, you're trying to dial in your electrolytes and everything, right? With the weather, it was cold. I haven't really been training in the cold, you know, it's kind of weird. And so I think I might have overdone it a little bit on the salt or something, and had the effects of that. And then for the next 4 or 5 hours, I'm stopping at the toilet like every loop, man. And it was brutal, and I lost so much time with my stomach, you know. So I get that all straightened out. My stomach's, you know, it takes a little bit to get going. I get going again, and then my knee locks up on me, like it's stemming from something in my hip or my back or a sciatic or something in there is kind of tweaked or out of. I haven't had any problems with it, but now all of a sudden it decides it doesn't want to work. And so I was like, shit. And so the fastest pace I could keep was like a 16:30, it was a jog, shuffle, walk, whatever I could do to keep that pace. And I was like, well, we're just gonna have to grit it out at this, right? So I wrote down some notes so I don't forget to say anything. And so we're rolling, and the nighttime comes around, and I went from 7 till about 9 p.m. and then I'm wrecked. I had 3 hours of sleep or whatever, and I was like, I need to lay down and close my eyes for a little bit, catch me a little 1 hour, 2 hour power nap, and then get back at it, you know, be fresh. Some sleep is always like super rejuvenating. It doesn't have to be a lot. 15 minutes can just make all the difference in the world. So I laid down and freaking couldn't sleep. I just laid there listening to everything that was going on, and I was like, well, at least I can just like stretch out a bit and get my toes, you know, some rest and everything. So I laid there for like 2.5 hours or so. Took off again at 12. By this time the temps have dipped down. It's below 40. I think it got my phone said it got down to 35, but my daughter went to the truck and she said it was down to 32. So that it was fucking cold. I know that it was brutally cold, and my freaking hands turned like a weird color red. It was nuts. And so then I went until 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. and I went to go lay down again because I was like, surely by now I'm tired enough, I'll fall asleep. And so I get off my feet, I sit in the chair. I have this badass chair that like reclines back, and I close my eyes and nothing, can't fall asleep. Just lay there listening. But it's like, well, at least I'm off my feet for a little bit. So I lay there for like an hour, and I get back up at 5 and I take off and I start going again. And once I started going again, I was getting in the range where I was like, I'm not gonna stop until I hit my 100 miles. Like, this is we're gonna grind this out. So I gritted it out from 7 a.m. till 10 p.m. And at 10 p.m. on Wednesday, I hit the 100 mile mark at 39 hours, and which is cool because the first time I ran this race, it took me 48 hours to get to 100 miles, and this time I got there in freaking 39. I shaved 9 hours off my time, and that's with all the bullshit I had to deal with in the freaking porta johns at the, you know, that whole fiasco. So I'm super proud about that. Like shaving 9 hours off my time is big. I've been working my ass off, and there's no greater sign of progress than that, you know. So I get done at 10, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a little rest. Surely I can sleep now. I lay down and nothing, man. I no sleep to be had. I was like really disappointed. So then I take off and I go again. It's probably like midnight, and I go until 5 in the morning. I'm fucking cooked, man. I'm struggling. I'm doing 23-minute miles. I was like, it was like a zombie, man. I'm just struggling so much. I was like, I just need to get off my feet. I've been going for like the last 5 hours. It's like 30. It was a little warmer on the second night, so it was like 39 degrees, 40 degrees. I think it dipped just below 40. And so I went to my truck because everybody was like crashed out sleeping. I was just out there by myself like a little zombie grinding it out. And I went to my truck and I fell asleep. I started up, man. I turned the fucking seat warmer on, and I was like, laid the seat all the way back, and I kind of turned my body sideways. I took my hoodie, I put it as a pillow, and boom, it was like instant. I was out, man. I slept so hard for 2 hours, and I had set an alarm for 7. I didn't want to sleep any more than 2 hours, and so I get up and like fuck, I got to get back in the race. There's only 7 more hours to go, and I want to finish strong. So I get out of the truck, and I try to get out of the truck. My fucking leg is like completely locked up, like I can't bend it at all. And when I stand up, like all the fluid in me hits my bladder, and I gotta piss so bad. It's so bad. And I start kind of panicking because I can't really walk, you know. So I'm doing this like weird shuffle thing over to the bathroom, and I'm trying to go as fast as I can. And it hurts so bad. It's like every step is like a stabbing sharp pain in the side of my knee. And I'm like, motherfucker, you know, I don't want to piss myself, you know. So I'm hauling butt over there. I make it, thankfully. And so the goal is now just get moving and get some blood flowing through my leg, because I know from experience, like when you wake up, you're locked up like this, and it takes a lap or two to get blood flowing through everything again, and then you can pick up the pace, and then you can start running again. And then says, yeah, sure enough, it's like 30 whatever freaking degrees out, and it took me 2 full laps to get to where I could actually even really walk again, and then another couple of laps before I could get my pace back up to that 16:30. And then we just gritted it out for the next however many hours. It was 7 hours, and I went until I couldn't do one more lap. And I I got emotional twice during the race. There was one time when the race director was reading Josh Champ's note to self at mile 100. I held it together while he was reading the note to self, and it was beautiful. But when I got up the hill, and I was like, I gotta stop and piss real quick at the Porta John, and I got in there and I just lost it. Because we're playing what the race director said in my mind, and I just let it go. I just bawled like a baby in there for like 5 minutes. And then you're so tired, you're in this thing, you've been going for so long, and then somebody hits you with some inspirational shit like that, man. And it's just like, I know you're not human if you don't cry in that moment. And so we jump back out. I kept going. And the other time I cried was on my last lap. It was like I crossed the thing, and I know I got one more to go, and I make it around that corner, and it just, I don't know, man. It was like, it's finally fucking over. We've been 55 hours of moving. When you get some breaks in there, but I mean, it's tough. It's like extraordinarily with, I mean, obviously, right? But like it's like levels that unless you've been there, you can't even begin to comprehend what it's like to continue pushing through when you're in so much pain, running it like you're trying to win the race. And I don't know, man. You see everybody else out there working so hard. it makes you want to work harder too. And I already work really hard, but it's inspiring to see the people who are out there pushing themselves to their absolute limits. You know, I, I I'm in love with that. I think that's doing that. It gives me a lot of purpose in my life and a lot of happiness, and it's amazing. But yeah, I got 16th place, 130.49 miles. I was shooting for 150. You win some and you lose some. I'm not giving up. Back to the drawing board. Get this hip thing figured out, the knee thing figured out. My feet were good. I did a 5 mile ruck this morning. That was a hike. I didn't carry any weight, but I did do 200 push-ups and like 150 squats. And I don't know. I'm sore. I'm hurting, but I ain't dead. So I feel like I've been putting in a lot of work, and my body can take a beating. So I'm not giving up. 150 is it. And then there's this guy out there, Juan Acevedo. This guy gets 200 every year, and I think to myself, like, that's not impossible. It's not. And to do 200 miles in 55 hours, a couple more years, if I really tried hard, I really believe I could get that. And I think that that's something we'll be talking about in a couple of years, hopefully. How crazy would that be? Anyway, there you go. That was my race recap. I hope, I developed a bit of a stutter after the race. That was the other time I got emotional. Right after the race, we stopped. We help everybody pack up their stuff, and we get the hugs and everything, and we drive away. And as we're driving away, and I was trying to recall back events from the race, and the emotions just, god damn, man, I cried for probably 15-20 minutes, just harsh, just trying to work through all of it, processing all of it. You put on this, you're hit with all these emotions in the race, and you kind of bury them. Like, hey, I need to keep grinding. I can't deal with you right now. And so you keep going, and you get more emotions, and you're just like, okay, hold on, you just stay over there. Would what goes up must come down. You can't hold all that in, or you shouldn't. It was so bad, I was fucking stuttering. And then as soon as I cried like a madman for whatever it was, the stutter went away. And then the same thing happened all day yesterday. Gosh, I had so many periods. It was an emotional roller coaster. The ups, the downs. My brain was foggy, like I was at mile 40. I was confused. Like, it was really rough. Like, my brain has taken more of a beating on this race than my body did, which is weird because I would have never thought that. So I'm still sharp. I can still think really fast. It seems like the brain to mouth connection is kind of weird. But yeah, I guess that sums it up. I hope I hope it was entertaining. I hope maybe even inspiring a little bit. Maybe it gets somebody moving who, maybe you don't have to go do 130 miles, but go do a challenge. I had fun. I did a 24-hour challenge where I just walked, and I got like 60 miles. It wasn't fun. It sucked, but it was like, that was cool when I got done. You always learn something about yourself when you do hard stuff. You become like super proud of yourself. You know what? We all got this like inner child, right? You got a little you out there somewhere. Like, if you think about it, put yourself back in the eyes of the 8-year-old you, right? The 8-year-old you, when he looks at the you today, what does he see? Does he see some sloth sitting on the couch, pissed off at the world and mad about life? Or does he see you out there fucking getting it, And I like to think that the 8-year-old me that always wondered if I was ever going to do anything cool, I think he's fucking smiling right now, And, yeah, that's healing, fucking call it what you want. It makes me smile. So I love all you guys, and go do some hard shit.